When you call your video game Control, you know that is the very first place that you have to start with. You have to deliver fantastic controls, and I'm happy to report that Remedy Entertainment has done exactly that. This is a very cool, creepy, twisted, psychologically terrifying video game, which is kind of the modus operandi for Remedy Entertainment and writer Sam Lake. They always create kind of creepy and dark, twisted things, starting with Max Payne and the Alan Wake franchise. They also did that Quantum Break game not too long ago, which I wasn't that big of a fan of, but I've always been a fan of Remedy Entertainment because they have played with controls and they have played with these twisted realities, and Control is exactly that. You play this character named Jesse Faden who walks in off the street in the middle of New York City into the Federal Bureau of Control, and you quickly realize that you are the new director because the previous director... I'm not going to spoil that. Anyways, you get wrapped up into this huge conspiratorial, twisted storyline where the Bureau of Control is trying to take down the Hiss, these sort of interdimensional creatures or mind control. You don't really know what the hell is going on, and honestly, I finished the game, I still kind of don't know what the hell's going on. I think that's the idea.
Hiss? That's what we're calling him? That's catchy.
But anyways, you have to battle all kinds of twisted, mind-controlled variants of the Control population, the Bureau of Control population. Lots of rangers and soldiers and hapless innocent victims that have now been twisted and turned around and are combating you, and they've all been twisted and deformed into all kinds of variations. Some of them will float and hover, and some of them will come at you with grenade launchers. Thankfully, you get this very cool weapon that starts off, it's called the Grip, and it transforms, like a lot of stuff in this game, transforms into various permutations. So you get like a shotgun variant, kind of a sniper gun type variant, kind of a grenade launcher variant, and you power those up as you work your way into the game. You can also add all kinds of great new abilities to your own personae and also buff yourself with various mods that you can pick up along the way. You've got the ability to lift up all kinds of objects. You're ripping apart walls and throwing giant chunks of debris at your enemies, which is incredibly cool. You've also got the ability to dash around inside of your environment super quickly, and then later on in the game, you get the ability to levitate and kind of fly around and sort of mix and match all of these things. The storyline kind of evokes a lot of things that we've seen across popular culture. Of course, Christopher Nolan's Inception, Matt Damon's The Adjustment Bureau. I was thinking of the excellent TV series Fringe, which of course borrows heavily from X-Files. Feels like a lot of Remedy stuff is always kind of borrowed liberally from the X-Files.
Funny.
So you've seen a lot of echoes of these kinds of images in the past where the rooms that you enter might completely adjust and twist into some weird psychedelic new constructions. You're looking at a picture on the wall and you might turn off and on the lights and all of a sudden everything is twisted and turned into something completely different. It's wonderful. It's very evocative. I was also thinking of Playdead's wonderful Inside, which had a very muted color palette. There's a lot of black and white and gray and red. And the way that this is designed, it's so sleek. It's such great art design and beautiful use of lighting and shading, and it's absolutely wonderful.
I want to be a part of this world.
You can also do an amazing line from this game right back to the classic, seminal, and underappreciated game that Midway put out years ago called Psi-Ops. And it's incredible that, I still run into people today in 2019 that always ask and talk to me about Psi-Ops. People have said, when is Psi-Ops 2 going to come out? And I'll tell you something, Control is probably the closest thing we've ever had to a Psi-Ops 2. Much better story, much more stuff to dive into and talk about.
We're dealing with dangerous, unknown forces here.
As cool and as mind-bending as the story is, and as wonderful as the production values are, and as trippy and mind-bending as this story is, none of that would matter if it wasn't incredibly enjoyable to play, and it really is. The game moves exceptionally well. Did have some slowdown a little bit later on, especially as you beef up your abilities. The sound dropped out on me in a cut sequence, but that was taken care of by just restarting the game. And this is pre the launch patches and some of the updates, and what happens now in the business, of course, is these games are so massive, they get launched out into the public and they're kind of tested in a live setting, and then the developers can kind of respond to any quirks. Honestly, I feel like this is the most compelling and the tightest game that Remedy has put together so far. I know there's a lot of super fans for Alan Wake. I'm not taking anything away from you there. But this game really got into my mind and into my heart, and I was just really taken aback by just the incredible escape that this game delivered. You know, I beat the game, and I just wanted to jump right back in and start it all right over again because it's just so much fun to play this character. You just feel like you're stacking up all of these incredible ingredients and becoming something really wonderful towards the end of the game, and something really powerful. And I feel like it's a really terrific showcase for what the art of video games can mean, you know, in all facets. The art of incredible tactility and immersion and feeling like you are this character, this agency that you have as this agent, being able to manipulate things around you and fly and float. I mean, no other medium allows you that kind of escapism, you know, where you can embody this character. And it really echoed back to last year's sensational Spider-Man, that same kind of getting lost in the sensation of being this wonderful character with all of this incredible ability. But I also like the twisted loose ends and the ambiguous kind of nature of the storytelling and the super cool performances, the great script, and the gorgeous art. This game has got it all. There's a sense of commitment to Control as well. Like, everybody set out to make something really special. I kind of had the feeling when I interviewed Sam Lake at E3 last year and I saw the demo that 505 had put on for this game, I kind of thought this was going to be something really, really cool in 2019, and I really am excited to tell you that it is. Control is freaking awesome. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10.